What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome back, man. We back with another one, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hope y'all been doing good out there. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all been taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's seems to be the name of the game these days. It seems like a lot of people are not out there, doing enough self-care. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all are out there taking care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on to today's topic. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard, unfortunately, we have lost a Atlanta legend. We really lost an Atlanta icon. And richhomiequan has unfortunately passed. And we have lost another one of our great talents. You know what I'm saying? Richhomiequan was really one of the pioneers for the entire Atlanta sound. You know what I'm saying? Him and Youngthug together literally was, yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? Twin and twin, like literally just pioneered the entire sound for what is Atlanta rap today. So it's crazy, man. You know, there was literally a period in time where, Youngthug and richhomiequan literally, they were undefeatable. Them two on a track, it was going number one regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like there was nothing they could do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Mixtapes that literally led the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times. Like their run should be studied and then some. You feel me? But anyway, we gonna get into it without too much further ado. I appreciate y'all for coming through and tuning in. I know there's been a lot going on lately. I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the new people who've been coming through and showing love. Make sure y'all leave a thumbs up. I know y'all probably seeing this a couple days later than I recorded it. I think when y'all seeing this, I'm actually going to be out of town. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting some videos recorded so I can keep releasing for y'all while I'm gone. But anyway, with that being said, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you drop a like on this one and make sure if I miss anything and there's anything that I forgot to go over, y'all keep me straight in the comments. Y'all always on my ass in the comments, so I expect nothing less. So if I miss something, I'm sure y'all gonna let me know if I missed it. But anyway, like I said, appreciate y'all, man, and let's get straight into it. So first, we just kind of want to go back through and kind of just go through richhomiequan's career just a little bit, and then we'll get into the police report. I couldn't actually find it to pull it up myself, so we're just gonna listen to academics go through it, and he read through the whole thing. So so we're gonna get into the police report after we listen to this.
We do know it has now been confirmed that richhomiequan, rapper, has passed away at the age of 34. Now, this is according to several family members and has now been confirmed by Fulton County as well. We do want to keep up with the story because we know that richhomiequan, as this tweet said, provided so many folks with hits during the 2010s. You knew you were in for something special as soon as you heard his voice and his hook. Our hearts go out to his friends and family. Rest in power, Quan.
Well, everyone, with the latest news, it seems we've lost yet another rapper in the industry. It feels like every month or two we hear the heartbreaking news of another artist passing away.
Bro, I know that's right, bro. It's like, dang. You just, especially if you actually mess with a lot of these rappers, bro, it's like, dang, you just never stop grieving, bro. It's been a really tough year. I'm not even finna lie to you.
Today, we're talking about none other than rapper richhomiequan. According to recent reports, the tragic news surfaced when TMZ obtained a chilling 911 call made by richhomiequan's girlfriend. During the call, she told the dispatcher that the rapper was unresponsive and not breathing. Even more alarming, she said his heart had stopped and no pulse was detected. The devastating scene unfolded in their home, where richhomiequan was found lifeless on the couch.
I need an ambulance.
Tell me exactly what happened.
My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning.
I'm gonna skip through that, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go listen to the full police record of the call, the full call from the girlfriend and everything that happened, that's out there. If y'all want to go listen to it, definitely, you know what I'm saying, go listen to it. But we gonna skip through that over here. We're not trying to, just purely out of respect for the family and everything, you know what I'm saying? that's not something that I'm sure that they want to relive every 5 seconds. Every time somebody's talking about it, every time, you know, it gets brought up, she has to hear her voice in the worst moment of her life, having to relive that experience over and over. I'm not for that over here. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna skip past that. It's out there. If you want to go look for that, it's out there. So yeah.
Move him, he began foaming at the mouth, a horrifying moment that only deepens the heartbreak of his untimely passing. Despite her desperate efforts, it was clear that the situation was dire, leaving fans and loved ones in shock and mourning. Adding to the tragedy, Rich Homie Quan's family has spoken out, expressing their grief with TMZ Hip Hop. They revealed that they are utterly devastated by his sudden death. The cause of his passing remains unknown, as no official report has provided clear answers yet. As the family copes with this loss, they are searching for answers, hoping to uncover what led to this unexpected and tragic event. Rich Homie Quan was a rapper who gained significant popularity at one point in time. While he hasn't been in the spotlight as much recently, he made a lasting impact in the rap industry. So let's dive into his beginnings and how he managed to make it big in the rap game. Born on October 4th, 1989 in Atlanta, Georgia, Rich Homie Quan grew up in a city long regarded as a hub for hip-hop culture. His love for music developed early, but before pursuing rap seriously, he had dreams of becoming a professional athlete, particularly in baseball. He played center field in high school and even had a scholarship opportunity. However, after facing personal setbacks, including time spent in jail, he shifted his focus toward music.
I picked that name because it really came out of a cloud. You know what I'm saying? When I say rich, really more rich as in spirit. You know what I'm saying? Not so much as a dollar. You know what I'm saying? And homie, like, I'm all about loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like love. Rich homie. I want to like a big family. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Rich Homie Quan. You want to be a Rich Homie Vlad, be a Rich Homie Vlad. I want to be open with everybody. Anybody can be a Rich Homie. You hear Rich Homie Quan, but I want to brand Rich Homies. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, Rich Homie Quan wants to be a family. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And why Quan?
Quan, that's my name. You know what I'm saying? It comes out of my real name. I was Quan as a kid. The Quintus. You know what I'm saying? That's my real name. The Quintus. So it comes out of Quan. You know what I'm saying? I was always Quan as a kid. So Rich Homie Quan. I grew up at East Atlanta. East Atlanta, Zone 6, Georgia.
Okay, no, so that's Gucci.
Yeah. Gucci.
This is Zone 6?
Yep. Right now, I went to high school, graduated out of Matt now. Same school Gucci went to.
Quan's big break came when he started collaborating with independent labels and local artists in Atlanta. His style, influenced by the southern rap scene, blended catchy melodies with hard-hitting lyrics about life on the streets, struggles, and aspirations. While his early work gained traction, it was the release of his 2013 hit single, Type of Way, that catapulted him to mainstream success. The song's infectious hook and relatable lyrics made it a national hit, cementing Quan's place in the rap game. Following this success, Rich Homie Quan worked with prominent artists like Youngthug and Birdman, which further boosted his profile. His mixtapes, Still Going In and I Promise I Will Never Stop Going In, were well received, showcasing his talent for creating hits, while maintaining authenticity. He also became part of the Rich Gang Collective, which helped solidify his place in the industry. Rich Homie Quan's rise to fame was driven by his ability to balance melodic rap with gritty storytelling. His music resonated with fans because it not only had catchy beats, but also reflected his real-life experiences. Despite stepping away from the spotlight in recent years, his contributions to the rap scene in the early 2000s continue to influence new artists, leaving a lasting impact on the genre. As we mentioned earlier, Rich Homie Quan collaborated with Youngthug, a major name in the rap world. Their partnership not only helped both artists rise in the rap scene, but also marked a significant moment in hip-hop. Rich Homie Quan and Youngthug first teamed up as part of the Rich Gang Collective, led by Birdman. Their chemistry was undeniable, and together they created a unique sound that blended their distinct styles. Quan's melodic flow and introspective lyrics perfectly complemented Youngthug's eccentric delivery and unpredictable vocal range. This collaboration quickly became one of the most talked about partnerships in the rap world at the time. One of their most iconic projects was the Rich Gang, the Tour Part 1 mixtape, which dropped in 2014. The mixtape was a huge success, featuring standout tracks like Lifestyle, which became an instant hit. The song highlighted their synergy, with both artists delivering unforgettable verses over a smooth, melodic beat. Lifestyle not only topped the charts, but also solidified Rich Homie Quan and Youngthug as a dynamic duo.
Yeah, if you were around for, you know what I'm saying, I know a lot of y'all, especially you watching this, you probably was, but for all of y'all who were around for the Lifestyle era, that, like, bruh, it was like these niggas could do no wrong, bro. It was like they could do no wrong. They could literally they were like fucking Shaq and Kobe. Like, bro, they were like, it's crazy. They were just the most insane duo, bro. It was like nobody, like, they were better than Ray Sherman, and they related. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Duo in the rap game.
Sunday through Monday, I've been grinding with no sleep. Talking about taking something from me like no weed.
Other tracks like Freestyle, Milk Marie, and War Ready from the same mixtape showcase the undeniable chemistry between the two. Fans were drawn to their energy and how well their talents meshed. For a time, many believed Quan and Youngthug would become the next big rap duo, as their individual skills seemed to create something greater when combined. However, as time went on, tension between the two started to surface. Their relationship became strained, with both hinting at behind-the-scenes issues. Eventually, Rich Homie Quan distanced himself from the collective and his partnership with Youngthug. Despite the personal differences, the music they created remains a highlight of their careers. Their collaborations helped define a pivotal moment in modern rap, influencing a generation of artists who admired their ability to blend melody with street authenticity. Although their relationship may have soured, the music they made together left a lasting legacy in hip-hop, and many fans still hope for a reunion in the future. But with the recent news, it's clear that we'll never see this iconic duo together again, and
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Like Lily, you know what I'm saying? Quan Lily was part of an entire wave that inspired an era of music. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's sad as fuck, bro. Okay, so what we got next is the death incident report from Rich Homie Quan. So, you know what I'm saying? We basically don't listen to academics read it because he posted it on his Instagram anyway. So, might as well listen to him go over it and read it too. So, but yeah, this is the death incident report from the police. So let's check it out.
The people that were involved, in a sense of, you know, people that were at this house. By the way, you know, I don't want to dox him or whatever the case is, but, you know, he lived in a big house. Apparently, not only his kids were there, not only his baby mama was there, but apparently his brother was there. Okay? So his brother was there, and I think it's DeQuantes Lamar. I think, who's that? Is that his name? DeQuantes.
Yeah, DeQuantes is
Lamar.
Quan.
Yeah,
Richard
that's
Quan.
his name. But then there's somebody else. I don't know if it's Andre
Must be that.
or Theorus. No, I don't think it's hers. I think it's Andre. I think that's his brother. Regardless, let me read this incident report. It's going to give a little bit of detail, right? It says, on 9/5/2024 at approximately 11:29, and I guess this is in the morning, so 11:29 a.m., Officer Dorsal, Unit 2412, was dispatched to a call in regards to an injured person at the location of blah, blah, blah. He says, when I arrived, I made contact with Mrs. Amber Williams, who told me that at 6:45, which basically it's 5 hours before then, she woke up to bring the kids to school and noticed that her significant other was not in the bedroom. Miss Williams stated that she woke up and saw him asleep on the sofa. When she came back from dropping the kids off at school, she saw he was still sleeping. She then proceeded to the bedroom and fell asleep at approximately 11 hours, right? 1100 hours, which is 11 o'clock. She woke up to go check on him, and that was when she observed that his body was cold and called 911. The male was identified as Mr. DeQuantes Lamar with a birthday of whatever. While on scene, I did not observe any foul play. Mr. Lamar did not appear to be alert, conscious, or breathing. Miss Williams advised me that Mr. Lamar did not have any medical or underlying issues. Grady Bus 786 was on scene and transported him to the Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. I also spoke to Mr. Andre Munford, okay, which is the brother of the decedent. It says, who informed me that he woke up at approximately 3 a.m. and noticed that Mr. Lamar had fallen asleep on the floor near the kitchen counter. Mr. Mumford advised me that it was very unusual because he had food in his mouth. He lifted him up and put him on the sofa. I'm unable to get a statement from Mr. Fearless quick He was in shock, but later was cooperative once homicide arrived on the scene. I stand with saying that I don't believe any foul play was involved with Rich Homie Quan's death. I do think it's an accidental overdose. And even though y'all gonna say, oh no, this person tried to kill him, this and third, I really think it's an accidental overdose. What I will say is that this still alarmed me. Few things. I think the brother's statement was very alarming. If you find your brother passed out with food in his mouth, like, you have to remember, we know people fall asleep. We know sometimes people be off drugs and maybe pass out. But if you find them unconscious, or you find them where you think they're sleeping and food is in their mouth, they couldn't even finish chewing the food, I would probably be like, yo, are you okay? Let me get you some water. What is going on? Not, oh, I'm going to just put you on the couch. I'm going to just put you on the couch to sleep. That would have been a red flag for me. Now, I don't believe this brother didn't care for Rich Homie Quan. I don't believe that this brother is nothing but a loving brother.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, you know what I'm saying? And what I have to say about it, it's always easier to say things, you know what I'm saying? And hindsight is always 20/20. And we see so many of these things that maybe our hindsight is a little bit better these days, because, you know what I'm saying, there is such a big culture of, you know what I'm saying, people being on drugs, overdosing on drugs, all types of things of that nature. So the culture of it is a little bit bigger, so we're a little bit more privy of it in society in general. But, you know what I'm saying, some people, especially if you've been around it a bunch of times, but like you specifically aren't into that life or whatever, a lot of people don't know the difference. Like if they thought that, if they were calling the cops every time they thought something was wrong, they probably felt like they'd be calling the cops every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? At least once a day. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they should just never do anything, never check in on them properly or nothing like that. But it's just like, how many times could this possibly have happened? You know what I'm saying? How many other times could this possibly have happened? And this is not even me saying anything negative, because like I didn't even know Rich Homie Quan was that big into drugs like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that he had such a substance abuse problem. But at the same time, if he did have a substance abuse problem, this is probably not a rare occurrence. And this is coming from somebody who has been around many different people who have had real substance abuse problem with real hardcore drugs. This could be something that happens all the time, you know. And falling asleep while eating food, falling asleep while doing this or that, on the toilet, wherever. Just nodding off super deep to the point where you know what I'm saying, you think something's wrong, but then they wake up It's a scary thing to have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and then you're risking yourself and the people around you and getting that person in trouble for actually doing the drugs. You getting in trouble for associating with them. It's easy to say after the fact, but living with it day to day, it's probably a little bit different than, anytime I see him kind of slumped over or something like that, I gotta go call. I'm gonna go call the police. They probably seen this hundreds of times. So, like I said, I don't disagree with nothing he said, but at the same time, you got to give a good amount of grace to people, because hindsight is 20/20, and you never know. Like, it's always woulda, coulda, shoulda after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
So what this does tell me, and this is the only reasonable conclusion I could come to, is perhaps that this brother has seen Rich Homie Quan in many precarious positions due to his drug use. That we've played videos here before where people even verbally said to Rich Homie Quan, "You're a junkie." Now, granted, we as a population and the public and fans, we probably didn't see too much of the quote-unquote junkie behavior, but apparently people around him didn't know of his drug use. And if he did die of drug, it's...
Yeah, that's what I said. I literally said both of those things. He wasn't very known for being heavily into drugs, but apparently he was. And yeah, if any of you have ever actually been around a person who's been on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a freaking internet detective. Everybody's an internet professor. But studying it is not going to really show you unless you've seen it in person. And it's hard to explain it unless you've seen it in person. This type of stuff will happen all the time. It could be a common occurrence.
It's very possible that maybe the drug use was rampant and was going on for months, if not years. So them finding him passed out, even though passed out with food in their mouth is a little bit unusual, they thought, oh no, he's just off that shit again. Let's just make sure he's, put him on the couch, make sure he's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, there's no conversation about them checking vitals at that point. And allegedly, the young woman, which is the baby mom's, only checked his vitals when instructed by the police when she called 911. So essentially, I gotta believe that his drug use was so normal that they felt, oh, he gonna be all right, just put him back on the couch. That's also a problem if that was the case, right? Again, very sad. These are additional details that come in about Rich Homie Quan's passing. Obviously, the official toxicology report has not been concluded yet, even though they are saying that they have done all necessary things with the body. They're apparently releasing the body, or have released the body to the, so the medical examiner has released it to the morgue. The family is then going to plan a funeral, and they want to do a supposed extravagant funeral that is public, over the top, because they feel like Rich Homie Quan was a legend, and he was. And that the fans deserve to have their day of mourning with Quan.
I mean, I know I shouldn't be reading the freaking comments, but people piss me off so bad, though, bro. Like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, oh, somebody said over there, so he didn't see that he wasn't breathing. You know what I'm saying? How many different cases that weren't even drug related does this happen at? Where somebody thinks that somebody is asleep and they, you know what I'm saying, and they leave them, they put them somewhere or put the cover over them or just try to make them comfortable because they think that they're sleeping, and they come back hours later just to figure out that they were never sleeping or they weren't breathing in the first place. It's not as simple as I can't believe you just didn't notice. Like, hindsight is 2020, man. Everything looks way better in hindsight, and everybody has what I would have done in that situation. Oh my God, it could have never been me. But who knows what you have done? Most of you have never even experienced that. Most of y'all have never even seen a dead person in person. So until you've experienced that, take a back seat, hold off on your negativity, and let this family grieve.
On as well. So he's going to have a public funeral. Don't know where the venue is going to be at, but apparently we're hearing from the medical examiner and the detectives that they have concluded all the autopsy and collected whatever samples they needed to run whatever tests they will do later, which obviously is going to be a toxicology report. So we're going to hear an official cause of death or method of death based on what they find with that. But apparently they no longer need to keep the body, so they're going to release it to the father, and the father's going to go forward with a funeral. Again, I don't want to blame the brother, even though I did mention that didn't sound too normal. Grief is a hell of a thing, bro, and I don't want to add on to the stress the family is feeling by even remotely suggesting that his brother could have either saved his life or done something, because sometimes when you're overstricken with grief, you know, especially with a loved one, you start thinking about what you could have done, how you could have done something different, how you could have proceeded. So, I hope God helps that entire family. They're going through a very tough time. All right?
That's extremely sad, y'all. So we're not gonna, I'm not gonna keep digging too deep or whatever. Like I said, it's easy to say, what should have been done, and there's always, especially in a situation where there's death involved, there's always something that could have been done better. There's always something that should somebody you could have called, something you could have done. It's always something that could have been done better. The only thing that is what happened, and then the result of what happened. And if you're not a person that's living in that shoes and living in that grief, and you didn't know that person personally, you weren't there, you don't know every single minute detail down to the T, then you who are you to be passing judgment? You know, that's how I feel about it. Why are you rushing to pass judgment on what the next person should have done because you would have done it? And this, they have to actually live through that, and they have to keep living through that. And that's why I mentioned earlier about not playing the police reporting. I could have got on here today and did a bunch of conspiracy, this person did this. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing no conspiracy theory, no evidence. There's like all the drama, his freaking girlfriends, baby mamas arguing and bickering. I've seen it all. It's been nothing but negativity surrounding this passing. You know, negativity, fake love, all the whole shebang. And it's sad to see this is what it is boiled down to. And then people going and blaming his family, and going to go try to pick an enemy or throw shade on his family and stuff like that when they're literally going through the roughest time of their life. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that before you put on your scholarly cap, before you become Mr. Internet Detective, Mr. Internet. I know more than everybody. Just relax, because you probably haven't even been through as much as the next person, and nothing will prepare you for life experience of these type of things. You know, losing a loved one, losing somebody to ODing, losing somebody to a constant addiction where they're just down spiraling and there's nothing that you can do, and you see them spiraling day to day and you want nothing more than to help them, but they have to help themselves. It's a lot. Okay, so please just take a break and think about the things that you're saying to a grieving family before you start typing and posting. I'm so fucking serious, because y'all are ridiculous, bro. Anyway, with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Drop a like if you enjoyed this one. I know this is a really sad video, but if you enjoyed the information, at least drop a like. It just helps. It helps, okay? And drop a subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I appreciate everybody who is new to the channel. And to the OG subs, y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we do, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all week. I know I got like super serious and like, you know what I'm saying, but I just want y'all to just kind of think a little bit, because there's a lot of people out there that's just. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you drop that like. And I'm gonna see you. Peace. We out.